Greetings, YouTube. As anyone that's watched my channel for a while knows, I like animals. I frequently have an orange cat that joins me in the here in the office and climbs onto my shoulder. Her name's Mandarin, and people often assume she's my familiar. Um, and I've lived with dogs in the past, and the only reason we don't have a dog now, well, one, it would scare the living crap out of my cats and really traumatize them, and my wife would like a 30 to 40 pound dog, and I would be more prone to like a Chihuahua or pug sized dog. Um, uh, and I've had ferrets. These are all pets that I've had within the last 20 years, or actually dogs probably longer than I'm getting old. And when I was younger, I had a snake. So I like pets. Okay, I like animals, and I'm fond of them. I don't pet things that produce lanolin, because if I do, my entire skull will begin to ooze mucus. It's not pleasant. If I even put a raw wool hat or sweater on, my eyes will begin to burn. But I know the difference between domestic pets and domesticated farm animals. And from the title of this video, you know I'm talking about teacup pigs. Now, there is no such thing as a teacup pig. There is such thing as a teacup poodle. We have bred dogs to be very small. We've unfortunately also given them a few quirks because they're small, in the process of breeding small, but they do live longer, which is kind of nice. I find it interesting that a dog the size of a teacup Chihuahua, for example, will live longer than a rodent of the same size, or mustelid in the case of a ferret of the same size. I've always found that fascinating. I've always wanted to know why. It's not just the size. There's more going on there. Okay, that's beside the point. But there is no such thing as a teacup pig. Now, there is a breed of pig which is smaller than your standard industrial pig that you breed specifically for food, for bacon and ham and pork and things like that. As those things can be above 1,000 pounds, 700 plus. They're big animals. Okay, this is an animal. I mean, I currently, unfortunately, at the moment, I'm like 190. This is an animal that weighs 5 times what I weigh. Yeah, I don't want to mess with an animal that big. Now, the teacup pig probably maxes around 300 if you keep them healthy. You don't overfeed them. You give them a place to play and exercise and things like that. That's still 1.5 times my weight. Do you want to keep a 300-pound animal that poops everywhere in your apartment? Of course you don't. They're not pets in the conventional sense. If you live in the country and can have an outdoor area, maybe throw in a few alpaca for fun or something, if you can keep a small group of animals on your property and have them have a healthy environment where their waste is being taken care of, where they have shelter, where they have access to all the exercise they need, if you can do that, by all means, get yourself a small pig. They can be adorable. They really can. The problem is they don't stay small. I mean, when you get them, they're this big. Isn't that cute? Problem is, they end up weighing more than I do. And I don't think you want me to wander around your apartment and poop on the floor any more than you want a pig to wander around your apartment and poop on the floor. And people who sell these things as pets are just making money. They don't care about the animal, and they most definitely don't care about the people buying the animal. Because there's still going to be some level of emotional bonding going on there, both ways. So I think it's, cruel to the animal, and it's cruel to the people who buy the animals. But of course, the people selling the pigs like this don't really care about that. They just care about making a buck and moving on. So if you ever find yourself contemplating an animal, find out as much as you can. Oh, I did hear something recently where I guess somewhere in Central and South America, people are taking ferrets, which is cruel, and hyping them up on hormones till they look larger and then selling them as teacup poodles, mini poodles. Ferrets aren't mini poodles. No, I like ferrets. In fact, I like ferrets more than I like poodles. If I were to get a poodle, I'd get a full-size poodle, which are actually really nice dogs. And if you don't do the somewhat odd poodle cut, the little bunches around their ankles and things like that of hair, which was originally designed for hunting, I should point out, not designed just for fashion. Speaking of animals, here's an animal. And if do your research, please. Find out how long an animal lives. Find out what their needs are going to be from birth to death. Because it's your responsibility. And when you have a pet and it's time to put that pet asleep, it's time for them to pass, be there for the pet. Because as an article that recently made the round of the blogosphere, at least in my neck of the woods, when people drop pets off to be euthanized, the pets try to find their owners. The pets die in emotional stress, which really isn't fair to that pet. So when one of my cats has to leave, I'm there with them right up until the last heartbeat. Because that's my job. That's my duty. I would do no less for a friend if I had the opportunity. Be there right to the last heartbeat. So yeah, do your research. Find out what kind of animal you're purchasing. Make sure it's coming from an ethical source, not a puppy farm or something like that. And make sure you know that you're going to be able to take care of that pet for long term, or make plans in case you're going to pass. You have a responsibility to your pets. And people that sell pets and animals in general have a responsibility to those who purchase them. Unfortunately, some people are just in it for a buck. Because capitalism is the problem, not the solution. At the moment, apparently, Mandarin's problem is I'm not petting her enough. Because I just tried to reach for the mouse and she wouldn't let me. So, yeah. Take care of your pets. Buy the right ones. And there is no such thing as a teacup.